Hey, Chiante here, the financial coach behind Dollars and Change. And I have a special guest with me. It's my husband. It's my husband, Sean.
Hey everybody.
So this is a really big deal because Sean does not do social media besides some YouTube. And so like to get him to come on here, that's a really big deal, guys. So he's a first timer. Be gentle and be kind to him. Drop him a comment and tell him how great he did when we get done, okay? Because I appreciate him coming on here for me. Yeah, it took a little bit of convincing, but he came on. So, and the reason why I wanted him to come on was to kind of talk about his money journey, being married to a financial coach. And I want him to provide some insight on that and just share some of his thoughts and how his thoughts has changed over the years about money. I've definitely seen a big change in Sean about how he thinks about money and his relationship money over the duration of our marriage so far. So I just thought it'd be good for him to kind of share his thoughts and perspectives, and so y'all can get to know my husband. So, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's go to work.
Okay. So, since we talked about change, how have your thoughts about money changed since we've been together? So what did you used to think, before, and what do you think now?
Well, first of all, I got to go all the way back from the beginning. Coming into this, most of my adult life, pretty much my entire adult life, I've been self-employed. So with me being self-employed, like it's like a different mindset you have about money, like different things. You think that you're making an investment. I pretty much burned through all my money, but it's not that I burned through my money. I made an investment. But really, no, you're broke, But I didn't realize that till Chiante was like, no, Sean, you're broke, It's just like when you have somebody else in your finance. So, a lot of things has changed at this point about what I think about money, how you invest it or how you save it, because saving really isn't investing. Like some people thought investing was saving your money. No, you just got a bunch of dead money sitting, not making any interest or doing anything. Mm-hmm. And before we got married, I didn't understand it. Yeah. I didn't get that.
Yeah, the difference between investing and saving, it is a big difference.
Yeah.
And that's something I've had to learn too. I mean, I knew what investing was, but also this, keeping money just sitting in your savings account is not growing there. That's not even enough. Whatever you're earning on, even on like a high yield savings, online savings, it's still not going to be enough to keep up with inflation, especially now. So you do have to get to a place where you are investing your money to really help it grow. So, yeah, so good. So what has been like the biggest change in your personal finances since we've been together?
The amount, but no. So the biggest change is just like my respect of the money now.
Okay.
I respect it now. Like I respect like what you're like the way that you're supposed to use your money and how it impacts like your future. Because before I wasn't thinking about tomorrow with money. It's more about, well, let me phrase it. Before I was thinking about next week with money, I was thinking about tomorrow. Okay. So, so it's just a different mindset. It's like thinking further down the road. It's like having I guess you could call it, if I was to make something up on the fly, I guess you could call it having a 401k mentality, and having that,
Meaning what?
Meaning like, you're planning for the future. You're investing in yourself, having that type of mentality instead of a paycheck this coming Friday mentality. And that's kind of what my mentality was. It was like, okay, yeah, I got it. It's coming in. I already spent it 10 times. And that's the way I'm going to do it. That's how I handle it. But the biggest changes I'm going to have to say is just respecting the money, understanding what you can do with it, and understanding how much more money you really have when you use it correctly. Having a budget. It's like having a real budget and sticking to it.
Having a plan for that money makes a big difference, so you can optimize it. Yeah.
Because when you're like when you're like in charge of your money, you can break the budget. So nobody knows that you break the budget. Mm-hmm. So also, another thing that's been great about being married to you is having an accountability partner. Yeah. That's a big deal, having somebody that's accountable with you with the money and can help you do things. But people say, money, marriage and love and all this stuff is great, but no, all of it goes together. It's a machine. In other words,
marriage machine.
In other words than old broke marriage. That's pretty terrible. It's pretty terrible. So
broke together.
Yeah, is it? Is it?
Yeah, well, accountability is a big piece, and a lot of times with coaching, that's what a lot of clients need. Like because a lot of times it's not that they don't know what to do, logically know what to do. I mean, the information is out there, right? But like sometimes they just need some guidance in what's the best for their situation, or the accountability to follow through and stick with what they plan to do. So like accountability is a huge piece of it.
Yeah.
So yeah. You know what I thought you were gonna say?
What was that?
That you was like the biggest change.
What was that?
Because you talk about it all the time, like your credit score, like you've seen such a big change in your credit score, like
what
improved, like you're so proud of it.
Oh,
you put in a lot of work to get it.
Oh man, I tell you what, man. I'm still like having like the highest credit score that you could possibly get is very important to me. I'm not that far. I'm not that far to the point where the numbers don't even go up anymore. I'm not that far, and I'm thankful to you and God and everybody that's helped me to get there. So.
Oh, Holly, you said our sound is a little scratchy. But you're still, well, hopefully, I don't know what it is. It may be our connection. Hopefully you guys can hear us. So hopefully it sounds okay. But yeah, so I want to commend Sean. He's done a lot of work on his credit over the last several years and has seen that come into fruition, from being diligent about it, seeing his score go up a lot. So I know that's a big change that I've observed. So what are your thoughts about me and money? Like,
wow.
Do you think I'm like crazy or like? I'll just let you see for yourself.
Well, when we first got married, I thought you was crazy. I thought you was like a control freak with money. I'm thinking like, what is she like? Well, she gonna have hers and I'm gonna have mine. You know what? It's just it. Then I realized, hold up, mine is really the broke way. I think she knows something. I just don't know what she knows something. But No, I feel like you do a great job with your money. I sit back and I watch it, and like it really goes back to like what I just said: respect and discipline. You're really disciplined about your money. If you say I'm going to spend $1 on this and I'm budgeting $1 on this, if it costs $1.10 and you don't have a coupon. Oh yeah, I want to tell everybody she's all about discounts. She gets a discount coupon for everything. I used to be aggravated with it, but then I realized how much money we were saving. It's like, you got a coupon? That's how I am now.
It's funny that you say that. So I will look for ways to save on things, but over time, my time has become more valuable to me. So that's a change that I've seen in myself. Is that maybe the time that I would spend like looking for things before, I won't do that now. So like I'll still try to see if there's a discount code or something, but I now try to balance the time versus whatever I'm saving. So that has been something that I've changed I'm all about finding a good deal though. Yeah. He ain't lying about that.
But just to go back to all seriousness, the one thing I say that you're true about exactly what I hear you talk to about your clients and things you tell me about it. It's really like you're really true to it. So you don't say one thing, you're doing another. Like you really practice what you preach. And I think that's really the big deal. As far as she says, cut your money, do all these kind of things, and she's not like a complete like Dave Ramsey, anything like that. She's not that. Like you just know that. But she's saying that have a healthy life. She's all about having a healthy life, having a healthy work-life balance, and using your money appropriately, and just let your money help you win. And I think that's one thing that people are missing. In marriage and family, like let your money make a better life for you.
Right. Use it as a tool to give you. I'm all about options. I'm always saying that. I'm always about options. So that's why I say use your money to give you the options to do different things. Yeah. So this kind of goes along with what I just was asking. But what has been like the biggest, money lesson, advice, or habit that you've learned from me?
A habit.
Or just like something something that you picked up from me along the way, I guess.
Well, as far as I would say probably as far as a habit I've learned from you when it comes from money is to do your research, as far as like when you're spending on something. But it just goes back to what I just said, set a budget. Like setting a budget and having a plan in place before you move forward with anything that you're going to do. So if you got an idea, say you want to go on a trip, I just want to go to, say I want to go to Jamaica. You got a plan to go to Jamaica and your thought is, okay, I want to go to Jamaica. I think about $3,000. That's what I want to budget. and you can't find anything for $3,000. But what Chianti, she can't find anything for $3,000. Guess what? We don't go to Jamaica. And I think it's the thing. Our problem is, and that where she comes into play is when you can't come up with the $3,000, we start using our credit cards, and then that's what leads to where you definitely need help because you're just spending money that you really don't have.
Yeah. So it's like if we can't find anything for $3,000, it's like okay, we need to find something cheaper or save some more to get to that $3,000.
That's it.
All right. Last question. So, what would you say to someone who is on the fence about financial coaching? You know, a lot of times people have different reservations about coaching. What would you say to somebody who's on the fence?
Well, right now, what you're doing is failing. That's the first thing I would tell you. What you're doing is failing. It may seem like a little, but what you're doing is failing. And because it just seems like you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. We invest in everything else, but we won't take time and invest in ourselves. It just doesn't make any sense. So I would tell a person, definitely do that. Don't talk to your friends, you know, because a lot of times your friends and your family, they're a different place. I can only speak from my own situation, my own life. I mean, that's my belief. Is you have to make the decision, and that's the hardest part of getting a financial coach is deciding that you want better in your life. Once you make that decision that you want better in life, then you move forward with it. And it's going to be a stretch. It's just like working out. If there isn't any stress, if there's no pain, then it's no growth. So it's going to be painful. And a lot of times the group you are around, they're not going to understand it. And the more you talk to them and the more you grow, the further apart you all are going to become. I didn't say you're not going to love your friends and family. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm trying to say is on this journey to financial freedom, it can become a very lonely road. But once you make it there, it's so much worth it. It's worth that long walk alone. It definitely is.
You have to be different, right?
Yeah.
Be different. You have to live a little bit differently, do things a little bit differently to get to live a little differently, right? To get what you really want. You might have to like go against the norm, go against what you've always seen, what you've always heard, and just do something different because you want to live a different life. So you want to give yourself those options.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, husband.
No problem.
So for those in the Charlotte area, my husband actually he owns his own business. He does hedge trimming. He's a professional hedge trimmer. His company is called Happy Hedges. Happy Hedges. So if you're in the area and you need your hedges trimmed, which you probably do, every time I ride around, I see everybody's hedges needs to be trimmed. But feel free to reach out to Sean Jones of Happy Hedges. You can follow him on social media. Like I say, he's new to social media, but we do have it set up. So on Instagram and Facebook, he's at Happy Hedges LLC. Okay. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, give Sean some love in the comments because this was a big deal for him to come on here, and I thank you. Thanks, babe.
All right.
All right, guys. See you next time on the next video.